Good morning, my lovely little ghosts, and welcome to the Dark Orchard. I'm Laura, and this is a makeup video. As I said in my intro, this is a makeup video. More specifically, I'm going to be unboxing the Fever Dream palette by Palaye Royale. So without further delay, let's get started. Anyone that has watched my channel for a while knows that my go-to palette is the Palaye Royale palette that is black, red, with a pink glitter and a gold glitter. It's just a 4-pan palette, tiny little square that you can take anywhere. The black is super pigmented, the red is super pigmented, the glitters really stick, and it's just my go-to. Anytime I go anywhere where I need just like a touch-up of makeup, I'll make sure that I have that with me. It's my emergency palette. So I'm really excited to take a look at the Fever Dream palette and see what we've got, see what colors they have, and just see what quality it is, because like I said, the other one, definitely my go-to. I didn't buy the larger version, but the small version was just perfect. So I've got the newest one. I haven't really looked at the colors since I acquired it, so I don't really remember what they are. So this is just an unboxing adventure. So first off, let's look at the box. It's gorgeous. It says Fever Dream. It has this like gorgeous print that reminds me of like the Palace of Versailles. But if you look closely, all of the figures have their eyes blocked out. Very gorgeous, very symbolic. And the back is the same way. So then it opens and reveals the actual palette. You're hit with the smell right away, and I think it's what the palette is covered in, but we'll get to that. You've got the Palaye Royale symbol right here, and then it also came with 3 cards, so let's look at those. First is a lovely picture of Sebastian, a shirtless picture of Remington. Oop, Emerson's upside down. And then a photo of Emerson. I believe we saw the behind the scenes of these being taken in one of the vlogs that they did on their channel. But it is a lovely little set, a lovely little souvenir. It would be really nice if they did a VIP sometime within the release of this palette and their newer songs. If you could have like a signed photo and then put these along the bottom of it or something, it'd be super cute. But for now, I'm just going to set them to the side, and we'll put those back where they belong once we've looked at the palette. So inside of the box is a palette within the box. And then the palette has a sleeve. The sleeve looks just like the front of the box. And you slide it out. That's what the smell is. It's like a faux leather smell. It's kind of pickly. But it says Fever Dream in red with like the gold embossing behind it. And then at the bottom it says Palaye Royale. And there is some writing on the back. My eyesight is actually too bad to read this, but if you can screenshot it and read it, I applaud you. The only part of it that I can read is the very bottom. It says, "We are the avant-garde society," but I can't even read the rest of it. Love the void, maybe? I don't know. I'm going to try to stop reading it because I'm straining my eyes for no reason. I can't read it. So then the color reveal. So it actually comes with a sleeve that has the shade names on it, rather than putting the shade names directly on here. Most likely because the palette is that marbly faux leather. So this light, like Cinderella blue, is called No Love in LA. Going across, this next royal blue is called Broken. This pearlescent color is called Live It Up. The next is Eternal Life, and it's sort of like a more tan pearlescent. And Fever Dream looks very like golden marbly. Straight down in this orangey color is Off with the Head. Next is XXJD. It's like a muted gold. Then the actual gold color is called Oblivion. Beside that is a more muted royal blue, and it is called Paranoid. And then 1555 is this lovely little green color. Straight down from that is Lifeless Stars, which looks to be sort of a grayish color. Then that peachy color is called Wasted Sorrow. Wasted Sorrow is sort of like a peachy purple. King of the Damned is that gorgeous silver. 1881 is that like plastery brownish color. And then the dark gray blackish color is called Punching Bag. And sadly, it looks like my Paranoid was chipped in shipping. I do like that the Palaye Royale symbol is embossed into all of the shades. And then in case you didn't notice it, there is a large mirror as well. This would be a very good like on the go, but you'd have to pack it in a safe place where it won't get crushed. Because the pans are very large and the palette itself obviously can be knocked around because that shade is messed up. So I actually think I'm going to start playing around with the colors. So I'm going to go into Lifeless Stars and just cover my whole lid. That's actually a lot more of a smoky color than I want it to be, so I'm going to go into the Punching Bag color, which was the more blackish color, and see what the difference is between the two. That one, I think, is the same black that the little palette has. I'm really torn with what colors I want to use because I'm just overwhelmed by how pretty these colors are. Maybe the blues with like the silver or the pearlescent color as well. I think I'm going to use the Broken color, which is that second blue, and see how pigmented it is. See what it looks like. Ooh, that's pretty. I like it. It blends very nicely too. Very nicely. Now that I've started going insane with the colors, I might as well not turn back, and I'm going to go into 1555 and do the other side. Because why not? Ooh, I really like this green. Well, that's pretty. This reminds me of the silver from the Addams Family palette. So I'm trying to tie the two sides in now that I've done something crazy by putting the opposite color in the opposite corner. Before I go any further, I'm going to change my lipstick to a black lipstick. Now I'm going to go into King of the Damned. Oh, that's nice. So King of the Damned is actually a holographic glitter, but it doesn't need a base, it just sticks. Okay, I've had my fun. I'm going to take most of this off, be a little bit more serious about it. Okay, I've officially cleaned my mess up. I was just a little too excited to see how bright the colors were and if they mixed and if they blended, and I just got a little out of hand. But I cleaned it up and this is much more tame. So I'm actually going to go into 1881, which is very powdery, much more powdery than the rest of the colors so far. And I'm going to go over my eyebrows. Oh yes, I like that. I like that a lot, actually. Then I'm going to go back into that Punching Bag color and try to do a bit of a wing. I'm going to put a little bit of the King of the Damned on my lips, just to kind of tie it in together. And then I'm going to add the NYX Jumbo Pencil in the color Milk to my liner. To my waterline. I meant to say to my waterline. Alrighty, I think this is my finished look. So I am super excited to try all the other colors at some later time. And I promise I won't do a whole face of just eyeshadow anymore. I just got a little overzealous. And I do believe that if you bought a more expensive version of this palette, you also got a Palaye Royale eyeliner. I did not opt for that. I'd love to know how it actually works though, but the shadow works great for a liner. Anywho, this was me trying the Fever Dream palette by Palaye Royale. Overall, I'd say it definitely compares to the small version that I carry with me everywhere. The quality is just as good. I didn't touch a single color in this palette that didn't have a payoff. Even the glitters had their own adhesive ability, and that's something that you really need to look for when you're buying glitter shadows, because sometimes it's just glitter packed into a palette and then you have to use an adhesive with the glitter. But this already has sort of an adhesive. I'm not really sure what it is, but it works. And that blue is just gorgeous. I love that blue. And the green is just so gorgeous. I love a green eyeshadow, and this is going to be one of my favorite green eyeshadows, I can already tell. So, for the comments down below, tell me which color was your favorite. If you don't remember the shade name, just tell me your description of it, but I think mine was definitely 1555. If you don't talk to me about that, tell me what your favorite Palaye Royale song is, and if you don't talk to me about that, just talk to me about something, because I love for you to talk to me down in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you come around again soon. Say bye. Bye!